Hey everyone, have I here been a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be going over the EZA for the Dokkan Festival exclusive Int Legendary Super Saiyan Broly and the team builds to complete its Extreme Z battle. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So I'll quickly go over this unit. I did do a full breakdown, but we know that this unit is pretty situational, but again, I think, as you stack up this unit here, he's, usable in a sense, but definitely situational in certain events because he does have a lot of buffs in terms of fighting a particular enemy. However, you got to have a really nice base stat here, and it's really good. 21,533 for HP, over 20,000 for attack, almost 21,000, and 13,117 for the defense. Again, I'll make this bigger here. Let's make this as big as we can. Move this over. The leader skill got boosted up to 170 for planetary destruction movie bosses. Greatly raises attack and then raises defense. So this stacks here. You're going to stack more on the attack level versus the defense at 30% versus 50%, but still a stacking unit to say the least. And you do have a 260% boost to attack, defense, and ki +3. You have a 26% damage mitigation and a 26% critical hit, unconditional, unrestricted. So at least that's beneficial, right? And then launches additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack, unconditional. And then you have this very odd attack and defense, 26% when attacking. Could have added 126 here. And then here's the situational boost that you get. So ki +3, launches additional attack, has a great chance of becoming a super attack, reduces damage by an additional 18%, and then a chance to perform a critical hit, another 18% within the same turn, performing a super attack when there is a Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, or Movie Heroes category enemy. And then you have another boost here. It launches additional super attack and then reduces damage by another 15% and crit hit chance by 15% when attacking and while facing an enemy whose name is Goku. So Goku, Movie Hero, Hybrid Saiyans, Pure Saiyans, you're going to get a much more improved, incredible unit. But besides these two, you're just basically getting this top row here that's unconditional, and then you're going to stack. So you have active skill here, you got conditions, you got link skills, you got categories. I'm not going to go through most of them. If you want to see the full breakdown, definitely go ahead and feel free to check out that video. So let's talk about the Extreme Z battle and how to get the medals to complete the Extreme Z Awakening here. So the Extreme Z battle is going to consist of you bringing Earth-Bred fighters to your team, so making this very easy to say the least, given the fact that Earth-Bred fighters is a huge category. Now this fight does provide you some damage reduction against after level 20. He's gonna have a defensive mechanic for int and STR units, so you don't want to bring those two types of units over because those units there are not going to do really any damage when you're fighting against him after level 20. So basically the best units you want to bring is going to be physical and Earth-Bred fighters. If you can build a full team of that, great. If not, do your best to put units that are tech and AGL but not int and STR. Hopefully that makes sense. Now there is one unit, if you were able to pull him, that he's going to do wonders in this event here, and is going to be the LRGGT. So they are Earth-Bred fighters, they are a physical unit, so if you do have them, they're just going to dominate and make this a lot easier if you are going to be running that team. So going over some team options here, the leaders that you might be bringing here would be just the Earth-Bred fighters leaders. You have World Tournament Goku, you have Yamcha, and then you have a 130% Yajirobe. Those are your full-on Earth-Bred fighter leaders on there. Now technically you don't want to bring Yamcha because he's not going to do any damage. However, if that's your only option, you don't have World Tournament Goku, then you're probably better off bringing Yamcha versus bringing Yajirobe, only running at 130%. Hopefully that makes sense here. But anyway, if you are just going to run Earth-Bred fighters, you're most likely just going to bring the World Tournament Goku. Now for Yajirobe, he can run as a support unit. I'm not going to show Yajirobe or Bulma as an additional option for your team. If you do want to put them in as a support unit, you can. If you're bringing Bulma, she's not going to do any damage, but again, she's there for support. So it's up to you if you wanted to, conduct yourself that way and have units that aren't going to do any damage. Extreme battles are fairly easy until you get to that, higher upper echelon level. But if you have the particular units, you'll be just fine. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to some team builds here, starting with using World Tournament Goku and basically bringing in as many Earth-Bred fighter / physical units as possible. And I said, let's go ahead and bring the 4 LRs that are available for you. Technically, you can bring the OG EZA Super Saiyan Future Trunks as well, but I just didn't show him on here for some apparent reason. But he's an alternate for this unit here. So, and then I brought in a TUR in terms of the Godku there. Now, since this is not a legendary EZA battle, right? So you can bring TUR units. You're fine in doing so. But this is a almost full physical team here, but again, you don't have to have all physical on here. Now, if you do want to change it up and go, I don't care if I'm bringing all physical units for that type of advantage, you just want to bring better units overall. Well, here's what it could look like here. So instead of maybe bringing in like the Goku Piccolo or even Godku on there, you can bring in EZA MUI Goku. He's going to be incredible in this fight here. You can also bring Tech UI Goku as well. And again, you can bring some other units. So there's some alts here like, LROP. You could bring, I think actually Gobros might be, very effective. And even though, again, he doesn't have much defense at the beginning, he builds up with a lot of attacks. And I think that's a team that you can actually run with him on it earlier in the stage, because defense isn't going to really matter until you really get, higher in the levels if you're having trouble at all. So you can bring in Birdku, you can bring in the other Ultimate Gohan, right? So a lot of options you can run in the Earth-Bred fighters, and there's just countless other units you can bring as well, because Earth-Bred fighters is such a large team. You're not going to have any trouble finding a team to actually be viable in completing this EZA. So some other options you can then bring, of course, you can actually make LRGGT the leader. If you want to do that, then a team's going to might look something like this. I just ran units that are going to be 200% in his leader skill. Of course, you have some flexibility to bring other units on there that's not 200%, but I just figured if you are going to run 2 of those, you're just going to be fine. Everyone else is, who cares in a sense. But you can bring in like LROP. Again, I think EZA Gobros is actually going to do well with all those attacks that he does, and then some other units here as well. So just some options. Again, these are all 200%. If you do want to run single units like all out struggle units, regular Super Saiyan units, or Power of Wishes units, you can absolutely do that. But again, make sure they're on Earth-Bred fighters. All right. I guess the final thing I want to go over here are some options that are not Earth-Bred fighters that you can basically build Earth-Bred fighter teams with. For example, Goku is an easy one to decide to go ahead and bring because he's pure Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans, and pretty much every single hybrid Saiyan is going to be on Earth-Bred fighters, right? So I think the idea of doing that, you can, right? You bring the EZA MUI Goku, you have Tech UI Goku, physical not beast Gohan, Trunks, and then you can bring in like EZA or Super EZA Gotenks. Again, Gobros is an option. Ultimate Gohan, the other Ultimate Gohan is an option, and then countless other units as well, which of course I'm not showing, but just look at your box in terms of pure Saiyans, hybrid Saiyans that are Earth-Bred fighters, and you're going to find a lot of different options. I just kind of threw in this team here just for reference point. So the other team you can then look at would be then hybrid Saiyans, and then superhero, due to the fact that Gohan is superhero lead as well, but then hybrid Saiyans is another option that you can run. You can run now you can run Ultimate Gohan on here, Tech Ultimate Gohan, that is. You can run LROP on here as well, and again, any other hybrid Saiyans or superhero units that's going to be Earth-Bred fighters, and preferably you want to bring in the physical units on here. And then finally, another option you can run then would be Gobros. I think Gobros again is going to be very effective with all those attacks that he does. Maybe at the start is probably the team. This is the team that you want to run. But I think this team can run all the way through as well. So you should be fine, technically speaking. So, but anyway, those are some options you can run. I just wanted to at least show you that, hey, you know what, you're not stuck with, World Tournament Goku as your, ultimate leader in a sense. There's a lot of different options you can run here. But I think I might just run the 200% LRGGT or the middle team there, because that's just a grouping of all like the better options on there. Yes, you have to run World Tournament Goku, but no, you don't have to really worry about about him too much during Extreme Z battles versus red zone battles that he has a major problem with. So I think you guys will just do fine. Pretty easy to complete here with Earth-Bred fighters. But anyway, figured I just go ahead and do the full breakdown here. And anyway, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and we will catch you next time. Later.